praises and glory to Yahweh Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, Bahasham Ha Ka Kwadash. Double honors to our apostle elders, which rule great millstone well. And shalom to the hopeful elect of the nation of Israel. May you endure into the end. Shalom wa abab ball. So after camp we were leaving and we seen this guy on the other side of the street on our way to the parking garage. And so we stopped to read his sign. It says, "A man and a woman are not equal. The woman is greater, for there is nothing greater than bringing a life into the world. And from a woman, the God of the universe came into this world. God is the only one greater than a woman." All right, and this was a Catholic church that was promoting this. All right, as you can see, has their information right there. You know, it was a Roman Catholic doctrine, right, to worship woman, which is a pagan custom. It is incorrect. All right, the Lord said how the order was in the scriptures, and this shows you these false religions, the false prophet. They're all going to have their place in the lake of fire that burneth, because of the judgment of the Lord. The Lord's going to judge the wicked and them that do wickedly with fire. Okay? This is 1 Corinthians 11:3. It says, "But I would have you know that the head of every man is Hamashiach, and the head of the woman is the man, and the head of Hamashiach is Yahweh." All right? So the Lord said there's an order, and the woman is under the man. All right? Now, let me go ahead and get 1 Timothy 2. It says, verse 11, "Let the woman learn in silence with all subjection. But I suffer not a woman to teach, nor to usurp authority over the man, but to be in silence. For Adam was first formed, then Eve, and Adam was not deceived, but the woman being deceived was in the transgression." Which that's what this is. That's a serpent, that so-called white man. As you can see, he don't blend in with the whiteboard because he's actually red. All right, and he's pushing that false doctrine of white Jesus, right, which comes with woman empowerment, which is not biblical. All right, it's not biblical to put the woman over the man. All right, because this is what they push, right, which is a lie, and their whole doctrine is lies, right? Which you're not supposed to worship the woman. All right. This is Luke 11, verse 27. "And it came to pass as he spake these things," which is the Messiah speaking, "a certain woman of the company lifted up her voice and said unto him, Blessed is the womb that bare thee, and the paps which thou hast sucked." So pretty much bless your mother, Mary. But look what Yahweh Shai said, the Messiah. That's why it's a red letter. He's speaking. "But he said, Yea, rather, blessed are they that hear the word of Yahweh," right, "and keep it," which it already gives us the order. The man is over the woman. All right. And once again, all right, the Lord's really not dealing with women like he's dealing with the men. And he's only dealing with one nation, which is the Israelites, right? Which he's showing us mercy and love. And the other nations, he's pretty much showing hate. It says in Revelation 21, verse 3, "And I heard a great voice out of heaven saying, Behold, the tabernacle of Yahweh Ba'asham, Yahushai, is with men," which are Israelite men. which he's showing love by correcting us, right? And then he's going to actually make us new again. And he will dwell with them, and they shall be his people, which are the Israelites. Today they're called so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native American Indians, which have been scattered throughout the world in slavery. And Yahweh, the supreme power himself, shall be with them and be their power, right? So he's only dealing with men, all right? And the women, they're delivered through the men. That's why in Isaiah 4:1, and in that day 7 women shall take hold of one man, saying, we will eat our own bread and wear our own apparel. Only let us be called by thy name to take away our reproach. Because there's a shame in not being married, right? Like they try to say Virgin Mary and all this shit. There are these nuns, like this dude, he had a nun on the picture of the radio station. The nuns are supposed to, they claim, are supposed to be virgins for life. That's not biblical either, right? The Lord created a woman to be a helpmate to a man. So a woman isn't supposed to be a so-called virgin forever, which we know that those women that claim to be nuns are actually into pedophilia, homosexuality, a bunch of other things that they do in these false religions, starting with that Roman Catholic Church. All right. So then another one I wanted to point out was the lives come through the loins of the men, not through the egg of the woman. The egg is just to feed the sperm. All right. It says in Exodus 1 verse 1, it says, now these are the names of the sons of Israel which came into Egypt. Every man and his household came with Jacob. Reuben, Simeon, Levi, and Judah, Issachar, Zebulun, and Benjamin, Dan and Naphtali, Gad and Asher, and all the souls that came out of the loins of Jacob were 70 souls. For Joseph was in Egypt already, right? So the souls came out of the loins of Jacob. Now let me go to the translation comparison. I would like to see what it says in the NLT. It says, in all, Jacob had 70 descendants in Egypt, including Joseph, who was already there, right? Let's see what it says in the interlinear. It says, look, came out of the loins. Let's see what words there. Yarak. Yes, so I went to the Hebrew uh, calendar I have right here, which Yarak, see how it's the K. So Yarak. It says thigh, side, loin, base, which is pretty much pertaining to the balls. All right. Look, loins as the seat of procreative power. Define. It says definitions of procreative, adjective, producing new life or offspring. So the Lord is showing you that the men, their sperm is what brings life, right? It's all according to Yahweh's will through Yahweh Shai, who lives and who dies. But it takes a man and his sperm to plant it into a woman, and that's what brings forth life. That's why being what they say is ABC groups, you got the LGBTQ and all that. That don't bring forth life. That's why it's an abomination. But a man with multiple women brings forth multiple lives, right? Brings forth a whole, like Abraham, he brought forth nations through his loins, right? You have not just the Israelites that came through, you had the Ishmaelites, you had a whole bunch of people that came through the loins of Abraham. That's why they're actually called the family jewels, all right? Because a man brings forth a nation through his loins, all right? Not women. Women, in fact, the baby's really not even connected to the blood, even though they do have the DNA of the woman. That's why they'll have the features of the woman. But the bloodline, right? It's actually separated from the child, and that's what the placenta does. When a child is in the bag inside the mother's womb, it's connected to a placenta, and a placenta feeds off the blood in the veins, and it nourishes the baby with the not with the same blood, but with the nutrients that it scraped from the mother's blood through the umbilical cord. So it shows you that it is the man that has the seed of life in his nuts, not the woman in her egg.